Hello, Hargos here, and I have an exciting video for us today. We'll go over the Preservation Evoker tier sets for Midnight, and then we'll go through a rotation with updated build that I think will be nice to play around in raids and possibly even some dungeons going into Midnight. So stick around for that. Look for any chapters to jump to one of those or another. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so Preservation Evoker tier set was announced in the most recent alpha update. And so again, this is very early stuff here. So this is mainly, we'll see how they tune this. And then the rotation I'm going to share is very early. So obviously there's going to be some adjustments, but when it comes to theory crafting, it's exciting. So for the Preservation Evoker tier sets, we have a 2-set bonus. Vert and Embrace healing increased by 20% and cooldown reduced by 2 seconds. I think this is just weak enough that you would not be required to play around Vert and Embrace too much, but just strong enough to where if you are, this is a great benefit to you. Where the 4 set, the Vert and Embrace grows an Emerald Blossom on your target at 100% effectiveness. I assume this is not going to be echoable. That would be very strong. And it says on your target, so I'm assuming it's just the person you're targeting for Vert and Embrace. You're going to get Emerald Blossom. I assume you're going to have fluttering seedlings if you talent into that. And then the interesting part will be, does it also spawn an extra Emerald Blossom with the talent that spawns one every other cast? So that'll be interesting to see if that will help Blossom builds. And so there's some other updates here for Preservation Evoker, just a couple. So let's just talk about them real quick. Preservation Evoker, Call of Ysera. So this is a passive now. Last alpha build show this was a passive, and now they just nerfed it because it is a passive. A little less strong, 30% for Living Flame, 20% for Dream Breath. It's fine. Not having to play around that Vert and Embrace Call of Ysera is, I think, probably a good change. Now for Fluttering Seedlings, healing is increased by 100%. So the spell power for this now is 155. So this was very small, around 75 spell power previously. These were barely registered as healing previously. 100% buff isn't going to be a significant change, but it's just a nice addition to your healing toolkit now. Actually will do some healing for your raid. And I think it's a smart healing, so it's going to go after the smaller or lower health allies. So those are the changes. I did make some updates to ways I think I want to play going into Midnight based off its current build. And I think they want to push a hybrid build, and I think this would be a good way to go for us. As you can see, I have got all the Blossom choices, so this is still a Blossom-centric build. But I also picked up all the Echoes, so Echoes are still going to be strong with this build. Dropped Exhilarating Burst since we'll have lower crit in the first season anyways. But now this will do some ramps for Blossoms, and then also do a quick ramp for your Maritha's Blessing, which is echoable. So you'll still have strong echoes to get this Maritha's Blessing that will jump around 5 allies, is echoable, and then also apply strong reversions for Golden Hour, and also the 4% healing on all damage someone takes when they have a reversion on them, and double that up for tanks especially. So this is going to be, I have a rotation here to share as well, and I'll try to kind of walk through all the different things that come into play here for that type of build. So here's just my initial thoughts of what a rotation could be for us. Of course, we have a Dream Breath, where we want to focus on consuming that Dream Breath as part of a Flame Shaper. And a few things to point out here. The cooldown for this, we have 2 charges of Dream Breath, so we're going to have this up very often. Spiritual Clarity reduces the cooldown by 10 seconds. Dream Breath lasts longer, 6 seconds longer with Flame Shaper. And so we have a 50% chance for Essence Burst just whenever we cast Dream Breath. And if we consume a full temporal compression, we'll get an extra one. So that's why I have 2 shown here. So you have a 50% to get 2, since 50% chance for Essence Burst whenever we cast Dream Breath. So we can cast 2, you get 1 free one every other cast of Emerald Blossom, and then you can cast Verdant Embrace for an extra 1. So that would just be a quick burst for you to have. You have 4 Emerald Blossoms, Verdant Embrace, and a Dream Breath. And then when you come out of that, you can go straight into Maritha's Blessing. You can get 2. I want to mention also, whenever you cast Essence Burst, you get 3. What are they called? You get 3 Twin Flames, which heal for 390% spell power. So very strong healing there. So every time you cast one of these Essence Bursts, you get 3 of those as well. So you get the Emerald Blossom, and so it'd be a total of 6 of those healing your allies. And these are also buffed by 35%, so these are strong Emerald Blossoms. And then you go into Mirtha's Blessing to get your temporal compression. When you cast 1 Echo here, you actually get 2 because of the talent at the bottom of the tree. Let's go ahead and show you that real quick. Right here, Twin Echoes. Right now, I think it's not going to stack, but we'll see if they change that. If you're able to build it up twice, you'd actually get 4 Echoes out of your 2. You could use a Temporal Anomaly for 5 Echoes, so then you could, by that time, you'll be able to cast another Echo. And then you get Mirtha's Blessing, which all of these allies will get Reversion. So you get the Hot, Golden Hour, and then also the percent healing on any damage they take. Maritha's Blessing will heal 5 allies. Again, these are echoed, so you have 4, and then so this is 9 echoes, so 9 Maritha's Blessings. Some of these are stronger than others, of course. That will jump around all your allies, so 9 times 5, quite a bit of healing. You cast another Reversion, of course, because you have it. You also get a chance for Essence Burst. I think it's going to be, if I did my math right, 40% chance to get 2 Essence Bursts. So go ahead and cast them. You're no reason to really hold on to them with this build. Just cast them. You get 3. And then you can cast 3 Echoes again, and then go straight back in the Dream Breath. You get 3 more additional Dream Breaths on allies. And so you could just continue to do something like that. Of course, Temporal Anomaly will make this fairly mana intensive, so don't cast that if you are having some mana issues as much. So maybe only do that for real burst damage that is coming up. And then you can throw in this Essence Spurts. Flame will allow you to cast some Living Flames, and you have 50% chance for Essence Burst whenever you cast this as well. And what I would recommend is that if you want to hold on to these echoes, you can. You can cast your Flame Breath here. You have a chance for some Essence Burst. You'll get 2 possibly, and then just cast more Emerald Blossoms, and then cast Mirtha's Blessing whenever you want to. Then you have Living Flames you can cast directly after that for more Essence Burst chance. So you can just build this in whenever you need it, or if you have some downtime to build up some Essence Burst, you can just kind of throw this in whenever you want. So this is kind of a nice little rotation for us. And then also, if you want to just do a Dream Breath and get as many Dream Breaths out there as possible, you can do that as well instead, if there's just a lot of rot healing coming out. So this is my initial thoughts on what I want to play and try out when the beta comes out. So let me know your thoughts here. This is fairly exciting, I think, just to theory craft this. So let me know your thoughts. Like, subscribe. Thanks for listening.